Hey everybody, I just wanted to come to you and I wanted to talk about our 3-quart micro cooker. So this we used to call our rice cooker plus, but we call it the 3-quart micro cooker now, but it is absolutely the thing you want to use to cook your rice. And we're not talking about, well, you could cook minute rice in it if you wanted, but we're talking about real long grain rice. Now you do know minute rice is not rice, right? It's not. It's rice with a whole bunch of stuff squished into it so that it cooks really quick. That's why it cooks really quick. So you want to buy real rice, long grain rice. But the problem with long grain rice is that it takes a long time to cook. So that's why people buy minute rice instead. It's just a quicker cook. But better for you, better tasting, just better texture is real rice. And so a quick way to do that is with our micro cooker. So what you want to do with your rice first. Now the way to cook is 1 cup of rice to 3 cups of water inside of your micro cooker. And so what we want to do first is we actually want to, let me grab a knife here, is we actually want to rinse the rice off first. And a lot of people don't know that, but you want to rinse your rice really, really well. And what we're going to do, use to rinse or strain the rice is our fine mesh strainer. So this is really good for quinoa, it's good for oatmeal, it's good for rice, but you could also use it for anything, you know, if you're trying to strain, like if you made jelly and you want to strain like the grapes through here so it keeps everything in here. If you made broth, stock, and you want to drain that through here, you could use it and it kind of sits on your pan and it has a hook. So anything like that, because it is super, super fine. I don't know if you can see the mesh right there. So we want to do 1 cup of our rice. I should have gotten a bowl here to hold this, but of course I did not because I wasn't prepared. So let's set this up in a rice cooker here like that. And we're going to measure out about 1 cup of our rice here. Of course I need like 15 hands to be able to do this in front of you all. Okay, so 1 cup of rice, and then we're just going to come over to here. Oh, I got my fries in the sink for tonight. And we're just going to rinse this off really, really well. And you kind of want to rinse until you see the water underneath running clear. So you don't see any more of kind of the cloudiness coming through. So I'm just going to rinse it off really, really well. And you totally will notice a difference when you do this. You'll notice a difference when you do your steel cut oats, when you do your rice, when you're doing your quinoa. It's so important when you're doing your quinoa that you're rinsing things off super, super well. Okay, and we're just going to let that sit and drain for a few minutes, and we are going to get our 3 cups of water. Now you could use broth in here if you wanted your rice to have a little flavoring. You could use broth and wine. We're just going to use broth is what we're going to use here. So 3 cups, or I said broth. Yeah, my faucet runs broth. Water is what we're using, of water. And then our 1 cup of rice. And then the rice cooker lid kind of has this little insert that goes in, so you just have to make sure you pop it into your lid. You're going to pop this on, your lid locks on, and then this whole thing is going to go into your microwave. We're going to microwave on high for 5 minutes. We're going to give it a stir. Then we're going to set it on medium power, 50% power, for 20 minutes or until all this water is absorbed, and then we let it sit for 5 minutes, and we're going to fluff it up with a fork, and we're going to stir it. So I'm going to pop this into the microwave, and then I will be right back to show you what we got.